Vocês pediram pra gente assistir o QSMP Info, né? Bora assistir aqui. Sem metagame, hein, chat? Sem metagame, hein? A gente tá assistindo aqui, mas tudo que eu assisti eu não sei de nada, viu?
O pano tá aqui, ó.
Em português.
Welcome to QSMP Info, where you will find news on the lives our guests lead during their stay on the island. This broadcast is brought to you by the QSMP Federation.
Oi?
É o cucurista.
Cucurista?
My name is Kukurucho, and I will be your host today. We've got much to cover since the guests arrived, so let's get started. On March 22nd, 2023, 17
17
guests
convidados. Wilber Luso, nunca vi. Rubius, nunca vi. El Mariana, nunca vi. Spring, nunca vi.
arrived at Case
Missa, nunca vi.
Dia Island, split into two groups.
Dentro de nunca vi, mas eu queria ver.
Separated by a wall, the guests were instructed to restore power to the island through teamwork.
Que da hora, velho.
Upon completion, the guests were met with a broadcast from a friendly duck, welcoming them to the island and making them aware of one simple, very easy to follow rule. Do not press the red button. All guests immediately opted to disregard this rule, resulting in the destruction of a portion of the wall.
Caraca, que da
Então,
hora.
QSMP basicamente é o The Good Place.
Oi?
QSMP é basicamente The Good Place.
É, verdade.
And, more importantly, the duck and
É que parece que antes, no início da série, cada grupo ficava de um lado do muro. Aquele murão que tem.
Então o Big Brother.
É o Big Brother, né?
and the
É
guests,
o-
but due to
como
breaking the
fala?
rule, they would never be able to leave the island. The guests, unsure of what to do,
Esqueceu o
did the only
camarote.
thing they could: play Minecraft.
Não lembro mais a minha referência.
Olha o Fit, velho. Mano, os episódios de
Throughout the
início de
week, the
série
guests
sempre são os
socialized
melhores,
and
né? Que tá todo
explored the
mundo
island together,
gritando.
all of them meeting
Ninguém
someone very
entendendo nada,
important. The
todo
mundo
QSM
entendendo
Census
nada.
Bureau representative, swiftly dubbed Kukurucho, or Cito Bimbo.
Eu esqueço que o Cucurucho ele tem um outro nome, que é o Cito Bimbo.
Achei que eu Cicirite.
Cicirite.
Tô triste que hoje que eu vim participar, a Jade não tá. É o único youtuber que eu gosto, é a Jade.
Ah, verdade, né? A Bárbara é a maior fanzona da Jade.
que habla y pregunta cosas.
Mano, eu lembro de quando, tipo, a primeira vez que a gente entrou na série, eles ficavam falando do Cucurucho, eu pensava que era, tipo, meme, tá ligado? Mas realmente existiu o Cucurucho.
¿Cómo?
The QSMP Census Bureau came around to gather some information from all guests on the island.
Meu sonho de vida.
¡Ay, güey!
Foolish was the first one to meet two strange entities, the angel and the devil. Strange
Que bonitinho. Eu tô falando que é o Big Brother, pô.
O Foolish estava construindo a base dele. Olha só o esqueleto da base dele, o dragãozão. Foda. Mano, o Foolish ele constrói demais, tá louco.
Pera.
On day 13, the guests received another message from the duck. During this news, the guests learned that, as a result of the wall's destruction, a dragon that resided on the island had flown away and abandoned its eggs. From this point on, the guests were instructed to take care of the eggs and pairs flown away, and the guests learned that, as a result of the wall's destruction, a dragon that resided on the island
O dragão mais grande do planeta morava na ilha e voou pra longe depois que explodiu o muro.
had flown away and abandoned its eggs. From this point on, the guests were instructed to take care of the eggs in pairs of English and Spanish speakers.
Chayanne, esta canción es para ti.
Abaixo do Tucum.
Yeah, take it out. Yeah, Dapper. Oh my goodness.
Deline, tomorrow you are going to have a wrestling match with the neighbor kid.
Are you ready? Come on, throw a jab, baby. Throw a jab. Yeah. Throw a jab. Throw a jab.
Two members were left as single parents, Quackity, whose other partner was a mystery, and Bad Boy Halo, who cared alone. These unfit parents have to ensure the
Bad Boy
health
é
and
pai
safety
solo,
of the
né,
eggs
velho?
until their true mother returns. Within the span of the week, multiple eggs lost one of two lives permanently. Due to neglect, Ramon, Juana
No total, o
Flipa,
posto
Cheyenne,
do
and Talene
Ritinhas
lost
tem 25 mil pais.
lives.
Né?
E uma mãe.
Essa foi a morte mais idiota, hein?
Ele
Ele quebrou a cama. Você não pode quebrar a cama, você não pode clicar na cama, o ovo morre.
Mentira que morreu assim. Meu Deus.
Oh, Ramon!
Inclusive, das pessoas que eu
Then,
interagi
disaster
hoje no
struck.
server,
Notorious Miss
uma pessoa
Clicker
já tinha interagido com um tweet meu.
Qual?
O Maximus, que tinham marcado ele no vídeo do Chapeuzinho do Trump. O Chapeuzinho que
Amarion
mexe.
slayed his own daughter in an unfortunate accident, leaving his husband in shambles. Slimesicle turned furious from the grief and went on a murderous rampage, aiming to slay all the other eggs to force a reset of all of the eggs' lives,
Os
including
vídeos
his
dele
daughters.
dentro do porão.
Only five.
Come here! Come here, you rat! You little rat! You rat child! Where are you? Where are you?
Fortunately, Slimesicle is a terrible child murderer.
Oh my God, mommy! piece of shit!
Ele tentou matar o Bob.
Oh, burger! That's a burger! Okay, that's a burger! Ow! Ow! Fuck! Okay, ow! Ow! My bones!
With all that ruckus, Cucurucho arrived to analyze the situation. All of Slimecicle's friends supported the idea of holding a trial to determine the fate of Juana Flipa and the possibility of reviving her. Thus, the trial of Juana Flipa was held.
Meu Deus,
Legal.
amei, Bruno.
Caraca, ninguém do lado.
On day 22, the two
dele.
sides prepared to face each other at the courtroom. Prior to the trial, Slimecicle had
Cara,
managed to
saiu do
somehow
porão,
convince
foi pra
5
uma
separate
corte,
people to
né?
represent him against
Que
Mariana
isso?
and Royer in the trial.
May my lawyer please proceed to the stand?
Yes. I mean,
É meu irmão, né?
The opposing parties presented their arguments on why Juana Flipa should get to live.
Ele tá de
Unintentionally,
terno,
the
como
trial
errado,
also acted as a
Pois
way
é,
to
uma
defame
pessoa
both
de terno nunca
Mariana
faz
and
nada de
Foolish
errado.
due to foolish rumors of promiscuity.
That was before I got into a family relationship with Vegeta, and there's no connection between us whatsoever anymore.
Slimecicle's transgressions towards Cheyenne were brought up by Philza with damning video evidence. But, by the end of the trial, the verdict was to revive Juana Flipa, as long as Mariana and Slime served a jail sentence, which they escaped to see their daughter again.
I've won.
Nossa, gente. Pro Mike, porque tem todos os ovinhos, né? Ele nem sabia quem era. Ele falou,
Não
mas essa
sabia
é
mesmo,
quem?
não.
This happiness could not last forever. On day 23, Talene had been in the custody of Royer for the day. Upon meeting with Slime, he offered to take care of Talene with Juana Flipa for the day.
Oh,
As the
Bob,
three went
velho.
on their way, enemies showed up and they had to fight for their lives. Tragically, Talene was in the wrong place at the wrong time, being struck down by Slime's sword.
Slime! What the fuck, man?
Eu não sabia que ela tinha morrido assim, velho. Mas esse era o bug da espada, velho. Que matou
That's
ela.
the
injustiçado.
Talene! Quackity is going to kill you, man!
Your nephew just died, and the only thing you can think of is taking a fucking selfie in front of his.
No, it's not a selfie, it's a proof! Because you killed my fucking Talene! It was my Talene!
Slime exiled himself out of deep shame, leaving Royer to take care of Juana Flipa. Meanwhile, in a quiet corner, Trump lost his second life due to neglect, forgotten entirely by the members of the island. During
Nossa, esse fone é muito
Ah,
pesado.
mano, o Trump morreu porque não fizeram as quests dele, eu acho.
his exile, Slime regretted his carelessness in handling his sword. Meanwhile, another case of a misclick occurs. Mariana slays Juana Flipa again, officializing her final death. A funeral was announced.
Mas esse aí é o bug da espada, velho. Essas mortes deviam ser desconsideradas. Porque tava tendo esse bug quando você, tipo, ataca um monstro, um mob do Minecraft. E sabe quando a espada, ela, tipo, ataca vários inimigos de uma vez? Os inimigos do lado iam levar, tipo, um dano puro, tá ligado? Que nem a armadura consegue defender. E ele atacou o mob, o dano puro foi no ovo e acabou matando. Isso é bug,
Wants to be
velho.
held with a lost
Eu
dance
acho
in
que
the
deveria
official
voltar,
Federation
velho.
Church.
E esse bug só foi
On
corrigido,
one strange day,
tipo,
an entity called
semana
Aaron
passada, tá
awakened
ligado?
within Lasu,
Sério?
an artificial
Ainda
intelligence
bem
that
que
lay
nenhum
inside his
outro
consciousness.
morreu, então.
Confused by the world, he started communicating through the chat. Fellow guests arrived at his location, confused at what was going on with their friend. After a bit of friendly torture where they presumed they could make Lasu snap out of this strange state, they eventually realized that this really was a different entity. They taught him about the world and how things work. He was very excited and curious about the new experiences, though quickly learned about how cruel the outside can be. Lasu and Darren would share his body, trading control on a whim whenever the former would lay down and sleep for the night. For the most part, Lasu spent his time like any other guest, causing trouble for the others by placing landmines around the place. While Aaron expanded his understanding of the world, he decided that it was his purpose to ensure that the outside world was free of danger. He declares his new learnings, that the world is beautiful and dangerous at the same time, and that every moment spent alive is worth enjoying. Wilbur said returned to the server after a long absence, meeting Fit MC
O Wilbur é real, então?
Não.
Isso é
Ele é
montagem, isso é montagem, tá, gente?
and catching up on what he had
Hey,
missed.
I-
He was unaware that he was about to be forced into parenthood, just like all the other guests. As Wilbur and Fit investigated the daycare, they discovered an attic. Within it, they found a new egg. With some reluctance, Wilbur eventually agreed to become her father. Despite sustaining herself entirely on dirt, Tallulah was a healthy, happy child that quickly bonded with her new father who got attached very quickly to his musical daughter.
Ah,
On day
mano.
27,
Triste que a
the members
Tallulah
gathered
não
to
vê
mourn
mais
the loss of Trum,
pai dela.
Talene, and Juana Flipa. Slimecicle attended the funeral virtually from a secret location, using the cameras he had planted around the building to watch it. But, he quickly revealed himself when he saw Quackity get taken away by Cucurucho to a secret room.
Trump? Es mi hijo? Trump! Trump!
The parents of the deceased eggs
Caraca,
were
o Trump, o chapeuzinho dele rodava,
allowed
que
a few last
massa.
moments to say goodbye.
Sabia.
However, Slimesicle believed that there still would be a way to bring his child back. After the funeral was over, the guests began to show hostility towards each other. The QSMP members
Gente,
showed
essa é
their
minha obra de arte, ó.
Que você fez também roda, né?
Eu só não consigo rodar, mas
strong
roda.
displeasure with the following events. The first fight broke out between Spreen and Dapper, which resulted in a fight between Spreen and Bad Boy Hollow in the graveyard. Spectators placed their bets on the fight, and eventually Bad Boy Hollow lost. The second fight occurred between a distraught Quackity and Slimesicle, as revenge for killing Deline. Due to Quackity's lack of combat skills, Slime let him win to give him
Mas
a
fala a
sense of
verdade, se
closure.
matasse o Richinhas, você não ia ficar maluco?
Mano, se matasse Richinhas, velho. Eu acho que eu ia. Meu propósito no KSMP ia ser destruir tudo. Eu ia destruir
Tudo
basicamente
que
todo
constrói,
mundo.
você ia destruir.
Todo mundo. Eu não ia deixar nada. Não ia restar mais nada. Eu ia destruir tudo. Pode ser meu amigo, pode ser anti-regras, pode ser da federação. Mano, eu ia destruir tudo. Até não sobrar mais nada, até ninguém conseguir produzir mais nada.
A
And
gente
of
tem um
course,
plano pra
after
passar
all the
isso.
stressful dramatic
virar um
fights,
2B2T.
Foolish and Leonarda had a
Isso
friendly
mesmo.
parent-child sparring session. Deeply hit by grief after the loss of their children, Quackity and
Você ia virar
Slimesicle
ovo
began
também?
scheming. While Quackity's plan
No.
was to deceive the others and rob
No.
them, Slimesicle had
O Mike Hack.
other ideas.
What if we just like? Why don't we just start up with the egg thing and just like see where it goes? Maybe you and Mariana could help.
I like the idea. The next time I see you, you're gonna be all dressed up, and I'm gonna introduce you to everyone. I'm gonna say that I have a new son. That
Mano,
I
isso
got
tá um
pregnant
pedacinho
overnight. I have a
infinho
new
da
son,
lore. Os brasileiros
and
nem
I'm
chegaram
going
ainda.
to
Nem os
all the
franceses.
Slimesicle would disguise himself as an egg and be adopted by Quackity as his new son. It was a flawless plan that was definitely not an unhealthy coping mechanism,
Okay.
though their scheming was being intruded upon by Bad Boy Hollow and Dapper.
Bad Boy
Slimesicle
Hollow.
quickly deployed his number one
Eles
strategy
só
of
podiam usar armadura
deterring
de
and
ferro
warning
nessa época, gente.
listeners.
Hey! I know you're over here, and I'm gonna start listing every fucking sex fact I know. Sex fact number 1, vulva. Sex fact number 2,
que tá
clitoris.
acontecendo?
Sex fact number 3,
Meu Deus!
shaft.
Ah, eu entendi. Eu acho que ele tá tentando fazer o Bad Boy Halo ir pra longe, porque o conteúdo dele é family friendly.
Ah, entendi.
Aí ele tá falando um monte de merda.
Fact number 4, penetration.
This highly effective for around 10 seconds.
Muito
Muito
bom,
bom, muito
Distracted by
bom.
the allure of avocado toast.
Do you guys wanna work for some avocado toast?
Yeah, sure!
I have a thing. I have a thing. Ooh, avocado toast.
Follow me.
Avocado
We
toast.
require
Gênio.
labor. Okay?
With enough work, Bad Boy Hollow gained a small amount of information and lost a great amount of toast. Meanwhile, with his new stash of toast and a mission ahead, Slimesicle prepared a new room in the adoption center. A new, strange green egg appeared.
Caralho, origem do gag, mano. Agora a gente conhece, velho. Foi tudo um plano dele do
Slimesicle used his
Quack.
powers of shapeshifting to transform
Meu
himself into an egg as a
Deus!
very convincing disguise. It is still unclear what effects this transformation may have on the mental
Pode
health of
ter,
an
pode
individual.
ter.
I fooled him so good, didn't I? Oh, I did so good, Papa. I mean, Quackity. What?
Throughout the rest of the day, Slimesicle pretends to be an egg named Geg, convincing the other guests with varying degrees of success. On day 33, all guests received a mysterious and frightening message from the familiar duck.
Cheyenne. Status.
Alive?
Alive.
Oh my fucking
Ramon.
god.
Lula.
Ai, que susto!
Nossa senhora. Só Deus pra melhor.
Gente do
Fear
céu!
struck all parents as they learned that the eggs would all die in 6 days. Fearing that it may be the truth, the parents used what little time they had left to make these last days special. Meanwhile, some parents grew suspicious of the nature of the message, but only time would tell what it could mean. On day 39, while Slimesicle donned his disguise once more, he entered a confrontation that resulted in his death. This revealed his true identity in front of all the other guests of the island.
Whoa.
Ah, então todo mundo já sabia que era ele.
What the fuck? It's not what it looks like, okay?
Então
An
descobriram quando ele
uncomfortable
morreu.
explanation had to follow, which Slimesicle expertly avoided by burying the
revelou de
body so
novo,
he
né,
would
na
not
hora
have
que
to
ele-
answer any questions.
Enterraram
Was
ele.
this the true end of Geg?
Meu Deus.
Foi?
Gente, não é tudo
Olha
assim.
aí, o próximo episódio foi quando os BR chegaram, mano.
Aí que ficou bom.
Pior que foi aí que começou a ficar bom mesmo. Caraca, mano, muito massa essa lore. Tipo, isso aconteceu antes dos brasileiros chegarem, mano. Depois que os brasileiros chegaram, aconteceu coisa mais louca ainda, mano. Aí chegaram os franceses também. Imagina daqui a alguns meses, o que vai acontecer, né? A gente vai ter que fazer um livro de QSMP pra você entender toda a história, uma bíblia.
Podia lançar, hein? O QSMP Lore.
Verdade.
Ia ser massa.